Hello, and welcome to Battle of the Beasts All Generation episode number 64. I'm Adam, and today we got two more beasts fighting out for a spot in round two. The 64th spot in round two, actually. Now, looking at these beasts, I do prefer one greatly more than the other. However, because of the beast I prefer least's whole thing, um, including what he kind of does, I was like, this could set up to be an interesting fight. And then his opponent is one which I actually call a death machine. We'll know who we're talking about, who I'm talking about later. But let's introduce them. Representing Series 12, The Darkest Hour, Book number 2, Kajin, the Beast Catcher. And now, representing the infinite growing pile of specials, uh, I just looked towards all the specials which I've allowed a victory so far this round, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 specials already through to round two. Will it be 12? So representing the specials, a special number 24, I believe, Petorix, the Winged Slicer. So yeah, whilst it may not seem like an interesting matchup, I adore Petorix, I really do. And Kajin is an alright beast in my opinion, but his whole thing is a beast catcher. He did the beast catching in the old generation. Okay, I need to work on that. He did the beast catching in the old generation tournament. He caught Muro and killed him. He then died in round two. I never said he was good at his job, okay? I did try my best though. Yeah. So I think this might be an interesting fight. We're gonna go with the jungle theme for this. So welcome to the jungle. This is cringe about the editing. Um so yeah, we're gonna go with the jungle theme where I believe Kajin did fight in the jungle. It was the rainbow jungle. But we're gonna go with the jungle theme combat arena. Petorix, you were fought in a plains biome, but Petorix, you'll be fine. Uh, like I said, Death Machine, he'll be fine. So we're going to go to the stats now, and like with the last video, I'm going to be doing the stats until Lucas can edit the videos, in which he'll just add Lucas and his and Impus's voice to do it. No rush. Sooner will be better though. No rush though. No rush. All right. I did choose the forest arena for a reason, and that's because of Kajin's weakness. So we need to be a bit nice to Kajin here. So let's get to the stats. Kajin, the Beast Catcher. We're not going to read the bios because I did forget about those, and while as I can do it, I'm not going to because it's just going to take more time, and I don't want to take all of Dukes' jobs. Okay. So strength and abilities: venomous bite. Kajin's fangs exude a venom which makes beings feverish. So I'm assuming weaker. I think natural weaponry, enhanced strength, and enhanced durability. Equipment is a net, which is made from past victims. Oh. Weaknesses is light. The more light there is, the weaker he becomes. So whilst it is a forest arena, it will be at night as well. Just to help Kajin out a bit. Durability limits. Kajin's durability has limits as seen when he died from impalement on a ship's mast. Okay, so alright, Kajin, well done. Let's go to Petorix now. Powers and abilities, flight. Petorix has wings. Nice. Natural weaponry. Petorix has sharp claws and fangs, along with a tail she uses to grab prey and also stab prey because it's a sharp-ended tail, I think. Yeah. His wings is also her wings. Is also sharp as well, and also a poisonous tongue. Enhanced strength as well is another plus. And weakness is decapitation. Petorix can be easily decapitated. I'll class them both as very agile beasts as well. So yeah, I think this is going to be a good fight. As you can tell, we are getting into the more interesting beast fights now. There's still some beasts coming up in this round which I'm not too fond of, but they've been paired up very well to make it seem like an interesting fight. So with that, let's get to the battle. As the chamber doors open, Kajin prowls out into the jungle, looking for his opponent very carefully, listening to every sound, smelling everything he sees to try and find his opponent. Petorix bursts through the sky exit and very carefully lands on the edge of the arena, looking into the jungle, trying to find his opponent. The spectators are too scared to make a sound because they don't want Kajin coming right for them. Or they don't want Petorix turning around and snapping at them. Petorix prowls around the perimeter of the jungle. Kajin just goes to the center, looking very carefully, using all of his senses to try and find Petorix. Then Kajin picks up a scent which he's not familiar with in a jungle environment. However, when he starts sniffing around for it, he can't seem to find where it might be. He's sniffing and he finds himself at the perimeter of the wall, in which he can feel the smell going one way. So he keeps going. Petorix still unaware of where Kajin is. Kajin looks up and sees Petorix. What Kajin does next is that he prowls round to where he's in front of Petorix, and as Petorix is about to prowl past Kajin, Kajin jumps up and slashes at Petorix's leg, catching Petorix completely off guard, causing Petorix to take off and slash at Kajin with her tail as she's taken off, as blood's dripping from her leg. Petorix roars at Kajin. Kajin roars back. Petorix still hasn't seen her opponent yet, though. It was just a natural reflex, and she wasn't even looking. Petorix decides that she's going to have to see who her opponent is, and she whips her tail and knocks some trees completely down, completely uncovering Kajin, in which Kajin's ready and chucks his net towards Petorix, which wraps around Petorix's wings, one of Petorix's wings, where Petorix now struggling to fly, and is being pulled down. Kajin jumps up, grabs onto Petorix's tail, and yanks Petorix down to the ground. As Petorix is being dragged down, she's trying all she can to try and just get herself free, but it's not working. Petorix snaps back and jabs Kajin with her poisonous tongue, injecting Kajin with the poison of the venom. Kajin grabs his net back and uses his claws, slashes at Petorix's face, causing one of his claws to go over Petorix's eye. Petorix roars in pain and snaps at Kajin's paw and just starts pulling on it whilst Kajin's trying to pull his hand back, in which Petorix is distracting Kajin and uses her tail to wrap around Kajin's neck and starts pulling Kajin's head back while she's pulling Kajin's arm forward. Kajin uses his other hand to just slash at Petorix entirely, but Petorix is already aware of that, uses her wing and just starts slashing at Kajin's other hand, using her claws as well to slash at Kajin's hand as well, causing him to be, in a way, kind of stuck. Petorix is slowly suffocating Kajin, but also trying to amputate him at the same time. Kajin, unaware of what to completely do, he uses his free hand and just slashes at. I don't know. I was going to say slash through his arm, but I'm going to change it. Goes to slash at Petorix's tail. Petorix saw that coming though, unravels her tail as quick as she could, and just in time for Kajin to slash his own neck by accident. Kajin widens his eyes in shock and horror in what he just did to himself. Petorix gives a laugh of content, and using her claws, she slashes at Kajin's muzzle, knocking Kajin back and giving Petorix plenty enough time to use her claws, dig them right into the gash that Kajin made on himself, and just pull it open, causing more blood to gush out of Kajin's neck. Kajin could feel himself getting weaker and weaker as blood's dripping from his neck, some dripping from his arm, head, you name it. In which Petorix is already content with how this is going. She wraps her tail around one of Kajin's legs, pulls it from beneath him, causing his head to get smacked on a rock which was underneath Kajin. Kajin, feeling the pain, is just trying to get a hold of where he is at the moment. But when he realised where he is, Petorix already gone to bite down on Kajin's head, pinning his body down with her body. She Kajin bites down on Kajin's head. Petorix bites down on Kajin's head. There we are. We got this. Twists and pulls Kajin's head clean off with his head still inside Petorix's mouth. In which Petorix swings her head and just spits it out, going over the combat arena wall. The rest of Kajin's body is just a bloody pulp, spewing blood from where his head was. Petorix makes her way back to her chamber, covered in the blood of her last victim. So with that, Petorix has won, Kajin has lost. If you think Kajin should have won, please in the console why you think that. However, my word is final, and Petorix is moving on to round 2. Now, with that, Petorix did have the height advantage, well, the sky advantage. However, the sky advantage didn't help Petorix here, because Kajin was able to pull Petorix down to the ground, in which Petorix was able to use her strength, but also amount of weaponry, along with a poisonous tongue, weakening Kajin over time, to just gradually kill Kajin. Kajin got beaten in a full-on brawl because Petorix has more weapons on her. And that is why I gave Petorix the victory. I do like Kajin, but Petorix is, as I've said multiple times, the death machine. So, with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down the corner below. I think I mumbled that. Join me in battle number 65, where we'll have a ghost beast fighting a bird, I think. Yeah, I think it's a bird. Yeah, I think it is a bird. Anyway, until then, peace out.